Good afternoon. The first item of business this afternoon is time for reflection. Our time for reflection leader today is the Reverend-David-Gordon, the Minister of Kirkintilloch-Bapist-Church.
Presiding Officer, members of the Scottish Parliament, ladies and gentlemen, early on the 16th of May 1998, a bus left from Kirkintilloch-Bapist-Church with people of all ages. The destination was Birmingham. The purpose? To participate in the Jubilee 2000 campaign, to form a human chain around the International Convention Centre, to coincide with the meeting of the G7 leaders. The aim? To agitate for the cancellation of debts owed by some of the world's poorest countries. They resisted the temptation to privatise the gospel, concerned only with personal salvation, but insisted that it was also about their relations with brothers and sisters all around the world, and the structural sin that denies so many of them an opportunity in life. So the churches went into glorious overdrive with a public and political mission to cancel debt and change the world in favour of the poorest. They became as biased as God. One of our convictions as Baptist Christians is a long-held belief in prophetic and dissident socio-political engagement, believing in the separation of church and state, yet actively challenging, often from the margins, established policies and institutions from a gospel perspective. In our following of Jesus, it means having a double vision. A vision of the way things are and the way things can be from the perspective of the kingdom of God. Perhaps this poem, entitled The Prophet's Speech, based on the vision of the Apostle John in the book of Revelation, is a reminder to all of us not only of how society should be, but of how one day it will be. I was standing on the necropolis, looking down over the city, and the cold blue autumn sky broke open over my head. I saw Glasgow, the holy city, coming down out of heaven, shining like a rare jewel, sparkling like clear water in the eye of the sun. And all the sickness was gone from the city, and there were no more suburbs or schemes, no difference between Bearsden and Drumchapel. I saw the Clyde running with the water of life, as bright as crystal, as clear as glass, the children of Glasgow swimming in it, and the Spirit showed me the tree of life growing on Glasgow Green. I looked out, and there were no more homeless people, no women working the streets, no more junkies up the closes, no more rapists, no more stabbings, no more IRA graffiti, no more orange marches, because there was no more hate. And none of the children were ever abused, because the people's sex was full of justice and of joy. And I saw an old woman throw back her hair and laugh like a girl. And when the sky closed back, her laughter rang in my head for days and days. This is what I saw, looking over the Gallowgate, looking up from the city of death. And I knew then there would be a day of resurrection. And I believe there will be a day of resurrection. Thank you.